Hey everybody, good afternoon, It is time for reaction. So guys, we gotta talk about um some news because this has been a lot of news. And yes guys, I'm still in Delaware. Hold on y'all. Checking messages. Okay, so first let's talk about the dad that's on trial for abusing his son on a treadmill. Now this happened in New Jersey, and see that's why I tell you about you women out there. You definitely have to be very careful with who you procreate with. Because some of these men, I know sometimes in the beginning when you meet a man, and that is true, you don't really know what they're about, and they can lie and manipulate you and everything. But you just gotta start looking for the signs. Start looking into a person's eyes, and you'll really see what they're about.
It's from 2021. It shows Christopher Gregor. Well, it's time for another one. Let's kick it off for the Factor Uncensored. Thank you all for staying up late. Shows how charged with killing him and still blames the child's death on pneumonia. Corey's autopsy says he died from blunt force injuries with cardiac and liver contusions with acute inflammation and sepsis. Joining us to talk about it here on the Factor Uncensored, family therapist Dr. Chris.
Did y'all hear all that? He literally unalived his kid. You know 6-year-olds are not supposed to be on no treadmill. Let me see what the age requirement to be on a treadmill is. And we're going to talk about some other stuff that I have seen on YouTube. What is the age requirement for being on a treadmill?
According to Home Fitness Code, what age can a child use the running exercise machine? Many brands recommend that children must be from 12 or 13 years old to use their products under parental supervision. There will be different requirements for children's use of the running exercise machine at certain age milestones.
So, you're not even supposed to be on a treadmill at 12 until you're 12 or 13. This little boy was 6, and he ran him. He made him run until his body couldn't take it no more. He was falling and stuff, and they said he had a lot of bruises, a lot of trauma. And I had read in another article that he was saying that his kid was overweight, but the kid was nowhere overweight. So that's why I tell you have to get all of your information. But I just think that he was probably mad at the mom, and this is what a lot of these men do when they get mad at you. If a man is mad at you, don't ever send your kids over there. I don't care. Don't ever send your kids over there if you and your husband or partner is angry at each other, because all that anger, he's going to take it out on the kids. So I'm going to show y'all something. We're going to talk about this. And while I'm eating the rest of my Taco Bell, we're going to talk about this. And I'm going to show you something else that I've actually seen on YouTube that can possibly get other parents charged Because that's why I tell you, you got to really be careful on what you put on YouTube, because it will come back to bite you in the butt. Okay, so this is New York Post. Thank you, New York Post. For your commentary on this situation. Now, if you can see him, look, that's the little boy running. Now, this little boy, he only 6 years old, and he has it at full speed. This is horrible to do this to a little kid. Look, he falls off. And you know it's dangerous. You're always supposed to turn off the treadmill, and he just plops him back on there while the treadmill is going. That little boy is out of breath. He can hardly even run anymore. So look, I hope this dad gets the max that he can get, so that he can sit in there every day and think about what he did to his own. That's why I told you, it don't matter if a man gives his seed to a woman to create a child. Look at what he did to his child. Utter just total disrespect. Because maybe he didn't listen to you. Well, it says, New Jersey dad charged with unaliving 6-year-old son after abusive treadmill workout, blames death on pneumonia. It said a New Jersey dad accused of unaliving his 6-year-old son by forcing him into a bruising treadmill workout claims it was pneumonia, not the abusive gym session that unalived him. I disagree with that. I think it definitely was him being on that treadmill and you making him run like that. Christopher Gregor, 31, is on trial for unaliving, and this happened in 2021 death of little Corey Micciolo, following a caught on video workout that left the youngster badly battered and bruised and fatally injured. Okay, so let's talk about surveillance, and I'm not blaming anybody that does surveillance, but I really think that you guys need to have people actually watching the surveillance, because a lot of cases go unsolved because it was just a camera and it was nobody there to watch anything. So I think they need to bring that back. Like, hey, we need you to sit here and we want you to watch these cameras, because we had a lot of stuff going on down here and we need somebody to actually be here that can witness what's going on here, because I really feel like if it was somebody that was watching their surveillance, that they could have seen what was going on and called the cops and went down there. I don't know if they would have confronted him, but they could have definitely called the cops, and the cops could have been there. I don't know if they would have been there in enough time. Okay, so here's what it says. New Jersey, that Christopher thought his 6-year-old son Corey was too fat, so he forced him into a bruising treadmill workout in 2021. And you can look at the kids and tell that that's total BS. You can look at the kid and tell that he is not overweight at all. This dad is full of crap. So it said the little boy who was 6 took several bruising falls on a treadmill, but his dad, Christopher, put him back on, as y'all see in the video. Now they saying, I guess his defense is saying, well, that him putting him on the treadmill don't have anything to do with him passing away. Bull crap. Now prosecutors disagree. They say it was his dad's chronic abuse, which I agree, that left the youngster with internal injuries that ultimately cost him his life 2 weeks after the bruising workout. Now they said that Gregor put his son through a sickening workout at the Atlantic Heights Clubhouse Fitness Center on March 20th, 2021, allegedly because he thought his son was too fat. So yeah, just like I said before, we need to start and it's probably because they don't want to pay nobody. They don't want to hire nobody to sit there and watch surveillance all that. They just rather have a camera, but even if you have a camera right there, it's going to be after the person's unalive that y'all going to, oh, you can look at the camera and then somebody done already lost their life. We need to be catching these people while they in the act. And somebody being able to call, 911 right then and there. Now they said that Corey Gregor put his 6-year-old son on a treadmill and increased the speed in the incline until the boy flew off. They said Gregor is seen picking him up and putting him back on the belt, but the child falls again and continues to struggle to keep up until his father eventually lowers the speed and gives the boy a break. Oh my God, he was so cute, y'all. Testifying at the trial in Superior Court in Ocean County. I've been to Ocean County too. Corey's mother, Brianna, who was in a custody dispute with Gregor. See? Custody dispute. So, on top of that, he's mad that he'll probably only get visitation with his kid. And I can see why now. We can see why now. Because he doesn't deserve to be in his kid's life. Also, she later noticed bruising on her son. Yeah, if you going through a custody dispute, that's the worst time. They need to do something about that. That's the worst time for a kid to go with another parent because that parent is angry. They're going to take all the anger out. They're going to take all the anger out on the kid. I don't think that the kid should be with, I think to make it fair, he should maybe go with a grandmom or a grandparent until they can get everything resolved. And give the kid to whoever won that case, but to sit there when you're going through a divorce or you're going through custody. These custody cases always end in kids being unalive. They always end like that. So there was nothing she could do though. There was nothing she could do. She couldn't keep the kid from the dad because they was probably like, yeah, you can have him this time until we can figure out the custody. You can have you can see your kid. And he was like, yes, this would be the perfect time for me to torture my son. Now, Gregor's attorney, Mario Lucia admitted to jurors that they would be horrified by the video. And the video is very horrifying. The video is very horrifying, very graphic to see. You put your 6-year-old kid on a treadmill, an exercise machine that he's not even supposed to be on. Even if you're supervising him, a 6-year-old is not supposed to be on a treadmill. And we're watch this whole video and we're going to get to what I saw on YouTube, which was very disturbing. Now, they said that his son had a bruise on his forehead. She told the jury, now I think this is his mom talking. She told the jury, according to Asbury Park Press, it was very odd shape. It looked like an impression. He had one on his chest. It looked like a scrape. So I feel like not only was he putting him on here, but when he fell off and stuff like that, his dad probably punched him and was punching and hitting him. She said she took him to a pediatrician who found no real cause for concern, although the boy revealed to the doctor that his dad made him run on a treadmill because he was too fat. That's sad. On April 2nd, 2021, Corey woke up from a nap, slurring his words and stumbling around with nausea, and his dad rushed him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Hold on, was she still living with him? Because if she wasn't living with him, that would mean you guys seen all of this, and you still let him go back over there with his father? People are sick. Some people just don't need jobs. Like if y'all hear about all them CPS cases where the CPS workers failed those kids. Now, they said Gregor was arrested 3 months later on child neglect charges based in part on the video. In September 2021, a forensic pathologist determined that the boy's death was a homicide due to chronic child abuse, including blunt force injuries to his chest and abdomen and a laceration to his heart. So that's probably when he fell. He was falling. Because you guys got to understand that kids' bodies are very fragile. And any little thing can take them out. Now, they said his dad was arrested on unaliving charges on March 9, 2022, in charge in Corey's death. Under cross-examination, Brianna, that's Corey's mom, the little boy's mom, admitted that she had admitted that she and some friends vandalized Gregor's parents' home after Corey's unaliving, pelting the house with eggs and dead fish. So does he live with he lives with his parents? Oh, let me show you the little boy, because if that's the case, yo, ain't he so cute? He's so adorable. How you do that to your own kid? Did this kid look anywhere overweight to you? No. That kid was not overweight at all. So, I don't know. If his dad was living with the parents, that should have been a dead giveaway to the mom that had. I don't say, but see, we don't know. See, we don't know when they met, how they met. We don't know. I would need specific information before I can even say she shouldn't have been dealing with him, because maybe he wasn't staying with his parents when he met her. But that's definitely a I need to leave. If you find yourself in a relationship with a dude that still lives with his parents, you're going to have to start asking some questions. So he's trying to say that the little boy passed because he had pneumonia. But that's not true. Now, they said if he's convicted, he faces life in prison. So he ain't never getting out. Okay, so let's go to Facebook. I mean, not Facebook. Let's go to YouTube. Let's see. Now look, this is an 8-year-old. He's not supposed to be. This is an 8-year-old. He's not supposed to be on that. Whether you there or not, supervise him. He's not supposed to be on a treadmill. He's not supposed to be on there. I don't care. I don't care if you're trying to show people that your kid has these amazing abilities. He's not supposed to be on there. And that's not the only one I've seen. I saw a lot. Let me see this one.
Fast 6-year-old on treadmill. You can do it. What speed you on right now? 14.
He's not supposed to be on here. Not even supposed to be on there. This little kid is 6 years old. He's not supposed to be on there.
Oh yeah! Hey, start running. It's cheating.
See? He ain't okay. You see that? He not okay. That's why you don't put 6-year-old on treadmill. It's not safe for them to be on a treadmill. So now we're gonna listen to the doctor. I think this is the medical examiner that did the autopsy. But as y'all see, there are other parents that are putting their 6-year-old and putting their kids on treadmill for likes and views, whatever you're doing it for. Most of the time it's for likes and views. You can be prosecuted. So keep it up. Keep doing what everybody else is doing. I really wasn't feeling. This one is chicken. I think I'm going to just start getting chicken from, yeah, I'm done with the beef. The beef burritos from Taco Bell. I'm done with them. I'm going to just get chicken. I can't do the beef no more. So me and hubby, we just going to get chicken. I'm going to just tell them, look, from now on, we just get chicken from Taco Bell because, I don't know, those burritos, those beef burritos, they starting to get nasty. I don't know. This food down here, like the takeout food down here, is really not good. In Rehoboth, it's not good at all. You gotta go to restaurants. If you want to get good food and you come to Rehoboth, go to restaurants. Go to restaurants. I told you we went to this pizza place. Called Grotto Pizza. It was good too. I need this box because I gotta make a thumbnail. So I'm gonna need that box. That's why it's still there. But they had some good pizza. And also Panzetti's pizza. I put all this in the in the video description. Panzetti's pizza had some good pizza. If you go to Maryland and you like subs, if it's still there, I think the last time I went to Maryland, Salisbury, Maryland, it was still there. And you like subs, go to Red Door. I don't know if it's still. No, let me see. Let me see if it's still there. It probably is. But you have to check these things, especially if it's been a long time. You might be able to, a lot of people went online with business. Cause when people found out that they could just sell their product online and they didn't have to worry, they don't have to worry about dealing with customers and stuff. A lot of people been online, but it says it's closed. But you would pay like $10, $20. They've been in business for a very long time, but that's what some of their food look like. That's the sub right there. They're known for their subs. Them subs is good. I don't know where they get their meat from. The meat is always nice and fresh. They even did catering. Well, hold on, I'll go right here. We're about to get back to the story, y'all. So I think it says permanently closed, but it's saying open on their Facebook website. So I think that you would have to call. You would have to call and just ask them, are they open? And they tell you, like, look, I was looking at Red Door subs online and it says you're permanently closed, but when I go on your Facebook page it says you're open. So do you have a new location? And they probably tell you if they have a new location, or they might just, or maybe they doing orders offline. Okay. Let's listen to the medical examiner and what he said about the little boy's body. And the dad said he died of pneumonia. Well, dude, that makes it even worse. Well, basically, even if you said that, you should have been nursing him back to health if he had pneumonia. Because if he had pneumonia, he didn't just get it on no daggone treadmill. He probably would have had it for a couple of days. So if you sitting there lying, that makes you look bad. You should have been nursing him back to health. Let me tell you something. This is just, excuse me. This is just another story. Another story of how a lot of men they can't deal. They can't deal with certain situations. They don't know how to handle such certain situations. See, he didn't know how to handle her. She might win custody, and I might not even be able to see my kid. But it seems like, dude, you didn't even like your kid. You didn't even like your kid with the things he was doing, and then it made him really not like his kid when he found out there's a custody case. My ear keep popping on. When he found out there's a custody case, and now he's really pissed off. So that's what this is, and this is why he did it. All because of his selfish ways, and that he don't know how to deal. And a lot of men don't know how to deal with stressful certain situations. They're never taught that. Men are never taught how to deal with certain situations. That's why they blow up. Some men. All men don't blow up like that. Some men know how to deal with certain situations. Some men will tune you out. And then you have a lot of women that don't know how to deal with certain situations. When you tune a woman out, most of the time she's going to yell, "Oh, you're not listening to me? Oh, you're not." And then she might hit you. But there's a lot of women and men have to get it together and learn how to deal with certain situations, because this very easily could have been avoided. The courts have to do more, because if you're just looking at one side of the situation and then you're like, "Oh, well, we're not going to worry about that he has mental illness, he has emotional problems, and he beat you yesterday. We're not going to worry about that. So what we're going to do is you guys are just going to continue to have this shared visitation with the kid, and then we'll work around that until it's time for us to make a decision on how this custody." And isn't it crazy though, how you have to go into a court so they can make a decision over your livelihood of your family? This is just so crazy. It's just so crazy that a court has to come in because men and women cannot get along, and they don't know how to make good choices, even in adulthood, that a court will have to come in and choose your livelihood. Choose how much visitation you're going to get. Choose how much visitation the other parent's going to get. Choose how much alimony you're going to get, because a lot of women are greedy. How much alimony you're going to get. It's crazy how... It's crazy. So let's listen to this and...
Got my closest friends joining me.
We're going to have to...
8:34 p.m. on April 1st of 2021.
Yes.
And did Corey enter or was admitted into the emergency room at about 9:55?
Okay, so this is not the medical examiner. This is when Corey had to go to the hospital. So I take that back. This is not the medical examiner. This is the doctor that he saw.
Objection escalating. What time was Corey admitted into the emergency room for observation?
He's reading notes.
About 9 p.m.
And when Corey arrived at the emergency room, who brought Corey to the emergency room?
His mother.
And what was the chief complaint when Corey arrived?
Patient has some bruises all over the body. They want to find out where those bruises come from.
Okay. And when Corey was admitted into the emergency room, did you obtain the patient's history from his mother?
Yes.
Did you observe Corey?
Yes, I did.
And can you tell the jury what Corey's demeanor was when you observed him?
He was very scary, little bit scary boy, and he afraid to answer my questions.
Objection. The phrasing?
What's the question?
If not descriptive, he's assuming what? Corey felt.
It's overruled. The doctor answered the question.
Thank you, Judge. Was there also a resident who was working that evening with you at the hospital?
Yes.
And can you explain to the jurors what a resident is?
Resident is they are under the training to be a physician, full-fledged physician, so they have to go through with 3 years training. She is the general pediatric resident, so she usually comes to emergency room, see the case, present the case, we discuss the case, and then we evaluate her, how good she is, whether she's going to pass the ER rotation or not. That is our job, yes.
And on April 1st, what was the resident's name who was assisting you?
Her name is Jennifer Seville.
And did you conduct a physical examination of Corey while at the emergency room at Jersey Shore?
Yes, I did.
And can you explain to the jurors what you did to examine Corey?
Okay, after the resident presented the case to me, I went to ask that question again. I went to ask both patient and mother to do the examinations, and I discussed the mother what will be our plan for next 2 to 3 hours. And then I told the mother I will come and talk to you once all the lab results and imaging reports are in.
And how did you conduct the examination?
This is the dad right here. His suit is wrinkled.
Meaning, what
that's
did
the dad right there that did it. Look at his suit, y'all. It's all wrinkled.
I did from head to toe examination, and then we marked down all the bruises, scratches.
Okay, so listen. If the dad came and picked up Corey, right? Now, he ain't had no bruises before when he was at your house, and he came to pick up your son, and when he brought him back, your son had bruises. No, he's not going back over there. And you guys are going to figure out what happened to my son. Because I'm telling you now, he's not going back over to his father's house. And don't try to come over here with the cops talking about he got visitation. Because if you do take him, I'm going to just get you for kidnapping. And then when something happens to my kid, then I'm going to just sue y'all. Because I told you guys that something was going on when my kid was with me. He did not have bruises. Okay? And when he went to his dad's house, his dad brought him back, and then he had bruises. So I'm telling you, something happened at that house. The dad was doing something to him. Me and him are going through a custody battle, and he is very angry. Do you understand? He's very angry that he could lose custody of the kid. Okay? So if you guys take my son out of my care, I'm going to get you for kidnapping. And second, if something happens to my child, and I already told you guys what was going on, what was happening, I'm going to sue the department. I'm going to sue you. Well, we're going to okay, we'll do what you want, but I'm suing everybody. I'm not just suing the police department. I'm going to sue you because you can also sue a person individually. So you can sue the police department, and you can sue a person individually, suing all those people that took the kid. That's what I would have did. That's what I would have did. I would have sued the pants off of these. I would have got me a good lawyer, and I would, this lady, I would have sued, if I was this lady, I would have sued everybody. I would have sued the doctors. I would have sued, everybody would have been sued in this whole situation.
In the diagram, I put everything in my chart.
Why did no one tell Delaware drivers about this new rule? If you're...
How were Corey's vital signs?
His vital signs are stable, and I'm not concerned when he arrived because of the vital signs are stable.
And can you tell the jurors about Corey's general constitution when you observed and treated him at Jersey Shore?
He's a small little boy. When I ask a question, he's scared. And
Doctor, I'm going to stop you there because you can only testify basically to what you did rather than what persons are saying. So can you just describe to us his constitution, meaning physically what you saw?
okay, physically, and we usually do head-to-toe examination. We go with system by system. So head-to-toe examination, we saw some bruises on the head, some bruises on the body, and some bruises on the back and legs. And neurologically, we do the cranial nerve examination. Basically, neurologically intact. He has no neurological deficit. He is active, alert, and not in distress. And
But if he was scared, oh God, these people are so stupid. I'm just not. I understand that doctors are not psychologists, and really, this doctor really couldn't do anything. I mean, he could have called CPS. Yeah, he could have called CPS, but they probably wouldn't have did anything because he is not a doctor to where he's a psychologist and he worked with kids. But if knowing that these doctors don't deal with these type of things, you guys should have some type of people in the hospital that deals with them type of things. Like there should be child psychologists in the hospital. Yeah, they have pediatricians, but again, they're not child psychologists. They don't have a license for that. They only have a license to treat the kids. So yeah, they need, look, these doctors and all of this stuff, they need to figure it out. Okay? They need to figure it out because if there was somebody that dealt with this, they would have seen the signs of an abused child. That would have told me in my brain right there the way he was acting. Like, y'all heard him say he was scared. He was a scared little boy. So that's telling me, hey, something traumatic happened to this kid. And we need to get to the bottom of it. Okay, where was he at? Where was he? Oh, well, he was over his dad's house. Okay, did the kid have bruising before he got to the dad's house? No, he didn't have no bruising. But when he brought him back, that's when he... Okay, so your main suspect right there is the dad. And that's when you start questioning the father. You don't just ignore all these signs of a scared kid with bruises. And then you because they said his dad took him to the hospital, so obviously he had another visit with his kid. Y'all heard that his dad took him to the hospital. Well, he started, what they say, he started vomiting or something, and he started feeling really bad. He wasn't doing well. They said his father took him to the freaking hospital. That means you guys put that dude, you put that little boy with the monster. When he came back from his dad's house, he was probably like, oh my God, I'm away from that monster. I'm away from scary daddy. And then you guys put him right back with the monster. Do you guys know how terrified that little boy probably was? they put me back with the monster again. They put me back with the person that hurt me. They didn't do a good job. I'm sorry. This doctor right here, I know it's not his job, but he didn't do a very good job. He didn't do a very good job because he should definitely call CPS.
Signs of failure and chest examination within the normal limit. I did not hear any respiratory distress, wheezing, murmurs, hypoxia. He has nothing. And bar abdominal examination, abdomen is soft, no signs of acute abdomen. That means no tenderness, no pain, and no heart inconsistency by palpations. And physical general examination within the normal limit. All 4 limbs examinations, hip, motor is intact, sensory is intact, saw only bruises, scratches. Other than that, we did not see anything.
So, doctor, all of your findings during this physical examination were normal?
Yes.
Okay.
Except some bruises and scratches.
And what about Corey's lungs?
His lungs is clear. As I mentioned before, no wheezing, no respiratory distress, no fast breathing, no hypoxia.
So when the kid got to the hospital, he wasn't like he didn't have anything that would be concerning to the doctors. But again, if you see these bruising on his forehead and you see these bruises, you should have called CPS right away, and you should have kept the child there, because his body was probably okay because he had gotten a break from it, but then his body was probably like, hold on, something don't feel right. And that's when he started to vomit or whatever. He started slurring words and stuff. So he definitely should have kept him because of the bruising, like bruises to the forehead, the chest and stuff like that. You don't let no kid go home with no bruises. Something was going on, and it should have clicked in the doctor's head that, hey, we have a mom here that don't know what's going on. And we have a kid here that has a lot of bruising. What do I do in this situation? But basically, he did what a doctor was supposed to do, and he ignored his other third eye, which was to get this kid help and social services, and to call CPS to figure out what's going on in the home and why this kid. And this, let me tell y'all something. There are loads and loads of stories about kids. There are loads and loads of stories about kids. They go to the doctor. They have the bruises. They have all of the signs of an abused kid. And they get sent home and get sent right to the monster again. Right to the scary daddy or the scary mother.
And lungs is moving equally.
And you said that you had observed bruising.
Right.
And did the resident who you were working with document the bruising that she observed?
Yes.
And was this plate?
Right.
And so the dad, to me, the dad has the demeanor that he's mad because he got caught. He thought that he was going to spin that narrative that, oh, no, he was sick. I was trying to help him out, trying to get some air into his lungs. That's probably what he tried to convince these people that he tried to do. But his demeanor is, he is very angry that he got caught.
The resident who you were working with document the bruising that she observed?
Yes.
And was this placed in the medical records?
As a Christian life coach, one of the questions I hear the most is, how do I get...
Oh, and another thing, when you're watching somebody's channel, because I know a lot of times people complain, oh, you got all these commercials on your video and this, that, and the third. Look, a lot of times, look, I'm not getting paid from YouTube, okay? But they have it where they can still put commercials on my videos. So they're still making money off of me. Even though I'm not making money, they're still making money off of me. They've been doing that. They need to stop doing that too. You know, they need to stop doing that. You sitting here making money off a lot of YouTubers that's not even making money. How is that fair? I guess it's because, oh, well, you can use our services. But some of your services we still have to pay for. So, like I said, how is that fair? But yeah, it's not us always with putting commercials on our video. So if you see a commercial on my video, just know I did not put that commercial there. YouTube put it there. Just thought I'd share that with you guys.
We marked down all over the body, and we saw like...
Make sure that you like and subscribe to this channel, guys. Put some comments down below if you heard about this story. If you heard about this story, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you felt about the story, and let me know, are you close to where this story happened? This story happened in New Jersey, I think, around Asbury Park area somewhere. So let me know if you're in New Jersey. Are you close to where this happened at?
About 5 by 5 centimeter bruise. The rest of them are small minor scratch and bruises on the head, anterior chest wall, and legs.
So, did you observe any scratches on Corey's body?
Yes, I saw some cut.
And did you observe any abrasions on Corey's body?
Yes, I saw some abrasion.
Now, calling your attention to the abrasion,
Okay, guys, so I'm going to end this, and we're going to do a part 2. I'm going to read some comments, and I'll be back. Okay, so stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. I'll see you guys tomorrow with part 2. At Tuesday at 5 o'clock. Tuesdays, 5 o'clock. I will always have a video for you guys. So I'll see you guys Tuesday. Bye-bye. Okay, guys. So after doing a little research about the case with this 6-year-old boy that was forced on a treadmill and to run until he collapsed by his dad, I found out that the mother, Brianna, she had found out that her kid's father was Chris. And she had told him, hey, you have a kid, I'm going to take you up for child support. And I think that's where all the anger was. Like, this dude was mad that he had responsibilities with his son. And he took all the anger out on his son. But these are some text messages that I wanted to read to you guys between the mom and the father. So the green is the mom and the gray is the father. So it says, hey, not a big deal. I just wanted to let you know that Corey came upstairs upset and almost crying because he was trying to ask you about playing football in high school, and you smacked the ball out of his hand and walked out. And Chris says, well, that's a lie. I smacked the ball out of his hand, and he didn't say a word to me when I was leaving before or after that. But I did it as a joke and said bye. Tell him if he wanted to ask me a question, standing there and say nothing is not the way to ask. So here's the mother. No, I heard him talking like I said. It's not a big deal. We'll see you later. The father. I mean, it is a big deal because that's BS, I guess he said, and not true. But if Miss racking up all of his hands makes him cry, that maybe he needs to be a little tougher because that's soft tissue. I'll see y'all around 7. Now here's the mom. He wasn't raised to be unemotional, so he's not going to change. I heard him talking, then something hit the floor, then nothing, so I went down and asked what happened. Father. That's a big difference than him coming upstairs almost crying. Also, being unemotional is vastly different than being over emotional. He's not over emotional. You hurt his feelings. He got upset. He's 6 years old. So this father doesn't understand how to deal with kids, because he's treating this 6-year-old kid like he's a 16-year-old, like he's a teenager. He's 6 years old. He's 6 years old. That's what the mom is saying now. If y'all seen that picture right here, this is like a trigger warning right here. If you're sensitive, please click off now. But that was an injury that the mom said that the dad caused to the little boy. And there's the mom on the stand crying her eyes out because look, all this mother wanted was her child's father in his life. And it's so many fathers that talk about, hey, the woman's being deceitful and she's not letting me see my kid. But then when you do let a lot of men see their kid, look what happens. He's jealous of his own 6-year-old son. He's mad because he has responsibilities to his own son. He's mad about child support. We just seen I just did a recent video on a guy that put antifreeze in the baby's milk. It's crazy. Like, these men are really crazy out here. They tripping. And that's why I told you they need help. They need help. Something is wrong with some of these men. Something is very wrong. To do this to a 6-year-old, to act like this 6-year-old, he's talking like this 6-year-old is a grown adult. Like he knows the things that he's doing. Like he's doing these things on purpose. He asked you about football, and you got angry and mad. Now, on top of that, I found out that the dad he was going to school for something that had to deal with taking care of people. But somebody said in an article that excuse me guys, I'm just waking up. In the article that he worked as a CNA. So he took care of people, and he was going to college to take care of people, to be in the same profession. I think he's a doctor or something. I'm not for sure. But to think that he would do good in taking care of people, and you're sitting there treating your son like this. And I also think that They said in one article that he worked for a crisis hotline. So you're working for a crisis hotline and you're treating your son like crap. Like I tell you, people have a lot of skeletons in their closets. And this is just really sad. But I'm gonna insert some pictures of Corey's injuries. And I am going to put a warning, probably age restricted on this video, because the pictures are very trigger, and I know that can trigger some people, so this is definitely a trigger warning video. And I'm probably going to have to put the age restricted on it. But yeah, this was a terrible and sad story. This little 6-year-old boy did not deserve this. He did not do anything wrong. He didn't deserve this. He just had an evil monster father that was mad and didn't take responsibilities when messing with these women. You know that these women can get pregnant if you do not use protection, and you men continue to sit there and have unprotected sex, and then you get mad when a woman gets pregnant because you want it raw, and you're hoping and thinking that she gets rid of it. Some of you men out there are really freaking sick individuals. You are sick. And I'm hoping and praying that this man gets life. He needs life. He never needs to get out. He never needs freedom again. He never needs to be around people, family members. He never needs that, because he took all of that away from his son, and he took it away from the mother. This is sad. And this lady didn't know. This lady, it would have been better for her not to reach out. It would have been better for her to just take a L. Some of you women out there, listen. Sometimes you gotta take a L. And you gotta say, hey, I messed up. I messed with the wrong dude. But sometimes you just gotta take an L, because a lot of these men, they don't want to pay child support. They don't want to be in the kids' life. It was only for a hot skip in the play to get in your drawers, to get in your panties. And half the time it's working with you women. But I don't know, women are just gonna have to figure out and find a way to read body language. A lot of women, you need to learn how to read body language. Go to a class that teaches how to read body language and start learning about how to read it. Because I'm telling you, if you learn how to read body language and you really get good at it, you can see right through a person and you'll be like, no, this is definitely not the one. Because this whole situation could have been avoided, and to know that this woman she called multiple times for help and nobody helped this lady. Nobody helped her. If I were her, I would sue the pants off of everybody involved in this whole situation. Everybody's getting sued. And that should be in the works after this trial. That should be in the works. She should counter sue for wrongful death of her 6-year-old son. That's what I would be doing. I would be finding me a lawyer to counter sue, because they are definitely liable for this little boy's death, because they did not do anything. they put him right back into the monster that he so badly wanted to get away from. And it seems like to me that this little 6-year-old boy was very intelligent, because he was asking his father about football, and he was interested, and he wanted to know more about it. And for him to just snatch the ball out of his hand and get mad because he don't want to be there with his son. So look, lady, sometimes when men tell you, hey, I don't want no kid, or I don't want no kid with you, or, it was a mistake and you're pregnant, just move on. Don't try to force him to be in the kid's life. Move on. Because look, today with me and my husband, we went to Ocean City. We had seen this couple, and this man, the couple was together, but you could tell that it wasn't his child. So basically, he loves that woman enough to be out there spending time and taking care of somebody else's kids. And sometimes, ladies, sometimes you gotta do that. You gotta just be like, look, I got to move on. And, the biological father don't want to be in the kid's life. Don't force it. Don't force it. Just be like, forget it. You don't want to be in my kid's life, that's fine. But when they grow up to be something, don't run back. Don't think you're going to run back in my kid's life and mess it up again. And try use the kid to get benefits and get money out of the kid. No, you're not going to do my kid like that. But yeah, that couple, and you could tell it wasn't his kid, but you could tell that he loved that he loved the girl, and he was spending time with the kid and giving the kid a father figure. But yeah, because, well, I don't know the situation. I can't say that they don't want to be there because, different stuff happens. But I can say that sometimes you have to move on. You have to move on with your life. But the little kid, you could tell the kid, from what I see, having a good time with the dude, with her mom's boyfriend or whatever. She was having a great time. So, yeah, this is definitely a sad story. This was a hard story to cover. It was really hard. But I told you guys, we got a lot of stories to cover because so much stuff happened years back. And they're just now getting to the trial. I think they're on day 3 of this trial. But I'm definitely going to be there to give you guys the update on his sentence. And let's just hope and pray that he gets the max, which I'm thinking that he will get the max. All the evidence is there. But this lady needs to counter sue and sue everybody involved that failed her kid. Guys, make sure that you like and subscribe this channel, and also put some comments down in the comment section. And I will see you guys Tuesday at 5 p.m. for another story. See you guys later.